Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you 4 Dollar Tree DIYs. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to adjust this camera down so you can see. Okay, you will need a ruler for this, some scissors, this tape, I forget what it's called, it's the painter's tape, and you will need this sign or any other one that you have. And so let's go ahead and get started measuring this out. "22" long, wide. So I'm just making the lines to go up it because I put 2 coats of white paint on this first, and then you will need some burnt umber and some white paint to mix up. You might not need this. Just draw a straight line going all the way up. Make sure you have it straight. And now go 7 over again. Just again, make sure the ruler is straight so you have a nice straight line going up. Okay. Now take your burnt umber paint and your white. Get a paintbrush about one of these sizes. Stir this up first. And you might have to add more white if it doesn't get it to the color that it needs to be. I'd say put a little bit more white in it. I'll show you the color it needs to be once I have this added. Okay, see how light that is now? Just make sure you wipe your brush off, because you don't want to put a big gob on this. Just follow the line. Now once you get this painted on here, you have to set it aside and let it dry, and we'll work on a different project while we're doing this. And see how I don't have the line straight? And you will also need some sandpaper. Now take you some of this and just do little lines up and down. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine, just do yours. Okay, now this won't take long to dry, so let's just set it aside. And I'm going to grab my next project here. Now, you'll need any little house from the fairy garden that you, it's your preference. They have a lot of them. And get one of these little succulus. Yeah, get one of them. This is for a different project. And get you one of these little walkways. Now this little box here I bought at the Dollar Tree, and it's this color, but I went ahead and put 2 coats of white on it. Now you'll need one of those large popsicle sticks, and just measure. It's to cover up these here, the handles. And they're easy to cut with your scissors. Now just set your box up. Put you some glue on each side of the handle. And then do the other one. Just a little bit of do. Okay, now I went ahead and bought 2 bags of these because I need this here for the first project too that we're doing. Go ahead and cut a small hole. Now what you want to do is just fill this up. Okay, it's double. There's 2 layers of this that you have to cut. Let me see here. Just fill it up until, now I have to use the whole bag. Just smooth it out, and now this is just to fill it up. Now get you some of the floral moss. And put a good little coat over top of it. just a good little layer. It can come up. And like I said, it's going to make a mess. Okay. Now, first thing, get your little house. And there won't be any gluing. You just have to make sure you have this smooth and straight. Put your little house in. Do the little walkway. Now, here's this plant here. Just pull it out. And over here, just stick it down in there. And then, look how cute that's beginning to look already. Now, I have the fairy garden gnomes, the men and the women. Just put your one in there. And then pick out which male that you want. Just put him right there, right next to her. And here is a little village. That's all it is. Okay, let me see if this is dry. Okay, it is. Now, the little houses that are flat on the back, you'll need one of them. And just measure where you want it. Just lay it down first. You'll need some flowers. Lay them down there and get as close to the bottom as you can. Now push, but make sure you don't burn your fingers. Okay. Now, put your house wherever you want it. It can be in the middle. It can be anywhere on it that you want. And put a fair amount of glue on this. Push down on it real good. Now, let's see. I'm using this, the beige burlap to make a bow. That's all you do. Let me show you one more time. You just take it. You measure it. Now cut this off. And I'm using some jute rope to tie it, because I don't have a color that would match. So just twist it all the way around. Knot it in the back. Double knot it. Now just cut the string off. And this goes right here. Just make sure you get it centered in the middle. And you can go ahead and fluff it if you want. Just make sure you push down on this to make it stick. Okay. Now you will need, I have a welcome sign. You can have any type of sign that you want. If I can pick it up. You can also paint it, but I think this is going to have too much beige and brown going on, so I'm just going to leave it like this and bring it down about right to there. Just put you a little bit here and there on it. One in the center, and it doesn't need a lot. Okay, now I have these stickers that let me put some more flowers on first. Cut you off some of these, and I got this from the Dollar Tree. See if these look good down in here. And as you can see, they do. So just raise your bow up and put you some glue down in there. Now let's do the other side. Alright, now move some of the stuff out of my way. Now take some of this jute rope and start in the back. And what you're wanting to do get you some jute rope, glue it on, now take it and bring it around several times. See what it's looking like out here. See, I'm just taking it and bringing it, and make sure you put it over top of each other, overlap. Okay, now get to the end of it. Make sure you hold on to this jute rope until you get it glued on. Okay, now this is the first project that we did. Let me sit it. Well, wait a minute. Let's put some butterflies and flowers on it. I have these stickers. Just stick them on here and there. You won't need a lot, just one more. And we don't need no flower stickers on it. This is what it looks like with the butterflies. Okay, now for the next project. Okay, I forgot to put on the little figurines, so get any of the packs of figurines that you want, but I have the little whale here with flowers I'm putting on this side of the house. And put a fair amount of glue. Now you can skip this if you want. You don't have to do this. Now I've got one of the little women gnomes. And be careful not to burn yourself. And the last one. Okay, now it's a finished product, all but we need some jute rope. Put you some in. On this end, let's see, go in from the back. If not, it'll tie in the front, and I just don't think I'd like that. Okay, now let's turn this around. Go ahead and tie it first. You got to make enough room on the front. So it'll have some give to it to hang up. Alright, and double knot it. Make sure you double knot it or it'll come loose. Okay, now it's finished. Okay, for the next project you will need one of these Home Sweet Home signs. Now you can get some craft paper and trace this and put it over top of this to give it a different background if you want, but I'm keeping this because of the flowers. Now get you any one of these flat houses again. Make sure you put it right in the center. lot of glue to make sure it sticks. Okay. Center it. See how those flowers look real good in the background? Now, let's get some gnomes. I'm going to get this little woman one there and the man there. And again, now you can get these at the Dollar Tree for $1 a pack. Okay, now the little, it's got a little thing there, there. I'm going to glue the woman right there. I put it on the bottom, that way with her standing on the step, it'll give her a little bit more support with the glue. And we're going to put him right over here. And these are the little ones there. Those right there. I'm just going to grab these two right here. Now this is just a real easy and simple DIY. Really all four of them are. They're real easy, simple, and all you have to do is just go to the Dollar Tree, buy the stuff up, and you'll have it. Now, okay, there's that. Now I'm going to put this one. Nah, I'm not going to put that one there. Let me see. Well, let me look at it. I think it looks good just the way it is. And that one there, it's finished. Let me move this out of the way. Now the last project that I have is this little terrarium planter. Got it at the Dollar Tree. And the boot. Now you're going to need some of this again. Put you a fair amount of glue on the bottom. And let's do it fast because that glue dries real fast. And make it as smooth on the top as you can so the boot can sit in there. You might have to squish it and put it down in there, but there's, let me show you the boot. Let me straighten it up a little. Okay, now got some little accessories here. That's the last one that was in the pack that I used on the last project. Just find a spot to sit it in there. And then I'm going to use this welcome sign. Alright, and that's it. Well, it fell down. Just keep pushing down in there until you get it as close to the bottom as you can. Alright, there's the last project. Now you can get some jute rope or some ribbon and put it on top and hang it. But me, I'm just going to sit it on a shelf. Alright, I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my channel. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with the people that you know. Click on that subscribe so you won't miss any future videos by hitting that little bell right next to the subscribe. And leave a comment. I'd like to hear what y'all think about these DIYs that I put together for y'all. Alright, I hope y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye. Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you 3 Dollar Tree DIYs. It's for spring and summer. So without further ado, let's get to crafting. Okay, first I want to show you this vase. I already had this, but you can get them round like this at the Dollar Tree. And they were out of them when I went. But so, in order to do this, I had to use a vase that I had on hand. And get a wine glass. And all you do is get you some E6000 and go all the way around on the bottom of the wine glass, and then take some a glue gun and put 4 dots all the way around, and then even it up and let it dry for 12 to 24 hours. It varies from each one. And so now, after I put 3 coats of the white, what is it called? Apple Barrel white from Walmart. I believe they're 53 cents each. And now I'm going to use Cameo Pink and use one of these foam brushes. Put it in your palette. Now I get a decent amount, and then just get about that much, if you can see that real good on there. And pick you a spot to start and just dab it. That way it gives it this crinkled look. But that's what it looks like. And we need to do that all over the vase and the wine glass, and then set it aside and let it dry. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, take the, sorry about that, I had to grab a pen. Anyway, even this up and trace it. Thought I paused my camera there, but apparently it kept going, kept running, so I'm sorry about that. I just had to run and grab a pen real fast. As you're trimming it, trim on the inside as close as you can to the pencil drawing, or I should say pencil line. It's not a drawing. Okay. Now let's put everything back. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and put that paper back in there just to make it a little more snug. Now, before I seal this, if you're doing it this way, you want to make sure that you're putting this on the right side, or you have to just take it apart and redo it. Okay, and there it is. I'm not going to put any glitter on it or any of that mesh ribbon, the kind that have little diamonds and gems in them. I'm not going to put that on it, but you can if you want. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with these. I have these printed out from Pinterest.com. There's the sunflower with the butterfly and these flowers with the butterfly. Okay, excuse me. Now, the glass is taller than the paper, so just even it up on the sides and the bottom. Make sure there's enough to make it look even, and just trace this. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and put the glass back in. Just trim this. right on top there. Even this out. See how there's white here and there's none down here? Just push it up until you can't see the white anymore. Now there's one more. Again, just even it up on each side. Whoops. And hold it, that way it won't slip like mine did. Just put it back in before you push them down. Just see how I messed up there? It goes behind. Okay. And that's perfect. Alrighty, and there's that one. I think that is so beautiful and colorful. Okay, now I'm going to see if the vase is dry, and it is. So I'm going to adjust my where it's right there. Okay, now I bought some of these jewel border stickers, and I am going to trim this with it. Okay. I have to figure out how to do these, so now you take it and just even it up right at the top, and go around. Make sure it's staying straight. That's how you do it. Just see how I have my thumb there holding them? And go slow. Okay. Alright, there's still a little bit left, so go ahead and push these down. Now, to do the other one. Even it up and don't go over top the other one. Get it right next to it. And then cut right in between the two flowers. Okay. Now, let me show you again, right here. And push down. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to put some down here on the bottom. And just start right there. Work your way around it. Very slow. Okay. And trim it off again right in between the two flowers. Because these are little bitty flowers, see? Now go around and push on it. Alright, now I'm going to bring the camera up. I'm going to bring it, because I am going to do this over here. Bring this up just a little, that way you can see the flowers. Alrighty, now you can either do it with the foam here and stick them down individually, or you can do like I'm going to and just arrange them like down in the vase with the stem. And make sure you get all your tags off. Okay, I think I'm going to use one of these foams. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree. There's one in each, you get one for $1. Is what I'm trying to get out, if I can learn how to talk. Okay, but with this, it's best to because if you push down on this, it'll go down inside your vase. I've had that happen to me before. And it was not fun trying to get that back out of the vase. And just arrange them like you would in the vase. Okay, now that we have some down in here, there. Now you can use any type of flowers that you want, and right now the Dollar Tree has a lot of new ones to choose from. Yeah, I went up there just the other day and I was blown away by how much that they had. I do think this is going to turn out beautiful. Leave a comment if you like the way I did this vase. Are you going to try to make one, or are you going to make a similar one? I'd really like to know your thoughts and opinions. And I'd like to know if you're going to make one. And if you have any questions about making one, I'll be more than happy to answer you. Whoops, forgot the tag. Sometimes they get tangled up there. This is got a beautiful wildflower flower arrangement. Now I'm just trying to figure out one more because that's all that I have room for is one more. Now, I'm going to use some of that Spanish moss. And just put it in around the stems. It is a mess, but it's the best that I like up there at the Dollar Tree. This is the best. Okay. Get this off the table. Alright, there's flower arrangement. Next, I'm going to make a bow to put on this. Okay, I'm just using some of this checkered ribbon that I used. That's Easter and it's what's left over. And I have some real pretty pink it's from Valentine's Day, but it still looks like it's spring summer colors. And the see-through purple. And make sure you get your Chanel stem. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see. Let me grab my ruler. You will need one of these. Okay, I have just a little bit of this checkered ribbon that was left over from Easter. And we're going to make a small bow. So take this to 7. And then go out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's to number 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to number 2. This is the hardest part, just getting it started. The way I make a ribbon, a bow. Bring it out just a little more because you want to make sure that they're even. Okay, and then you want to make sure this is on this side and this is on this side, and just crunch it up. Now make sure it's even. Left my tie over there. Just tie it off. Now do some purple. I have purple clear, not clear, but see-through, and that's from Easter too. Now go up to 7 again and count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be a number 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Be number 3 on this side. Now just bring it around one more time. There we go. Now cut it off a little longer than the other one. Now crunch this up. Make sure it's even. It really doesn't matter what color of ties you're gonna, of the chenille stems that you have, because it'll be covered up. Hang on, I got a little kitty here that, come on, don't bump the stand. This is my kitty, Daisy. She's one of the ones that we rescued back in December. Okay, now that you have these two on, I'm going to use some of the, it's like a reddish pink. And go up to 6. And count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be number 10. And now count 1, 2, 3, 4. Be number 3. Now just bring it over once. And cut it off a little bit longer than the other side. Let's crunch this one up. And again, that's even. And let's put this one facing this way. Now take these tied and bring it along the back. Well, you're just determined to stay up here. But you gotta go. Yeah. Okay, now let's fluff it. Grab hold of both little bows and twist it and fluff. Do the same on this side. Twist it and fluff it. Let's do the purple now. Now let's do the pink, I call it. It's got like a reddish tint. I love this color. Okay, now we just need to trim the tails and put the wired side together, and you trim it like that. And hang on, I've got my kitty back up here. Apparently she really wants to say hi. She won't leave my flowers alone in my flower vase I made. Okay, and then just do that to all of them. No, now stay back. Yeah, stay back. Well, there's Beau. Come on, Beau. There you go. They're kind of spoiled. Every time I do something, they're right there checking it out, just like a baby kitten. Okay, just make sure you get all 6 ends. That way, and I do believe I have them all. Okay, now all we have to do is, and I left the tag on here, give me 1 second. How I missed that when we were doing this, I don't know. Okay, now, you take your bow and get each side of the chenille stem and just tie it around one of the stems. If I can get my fingers in there. It's a little tricky, but once you get that chenille stem back behind there, okay, you gotta go. This video seems to be more about my cats than my craft. She's just spoiled rotten, wants to play with everything. And of course, flowers are one of the main things they go after because they hang and they're colorful. Let's try this one more time. Sorry about that. Okay, this is it. You're going in another room. Yes, you is. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have her in another room. It's her second favorite place to be in the house, and that's my bedroom. She likes getting in there and climbing all over. But anyway, third time's the charm. Just bring us up there and twist. It might take a second because you're doing it blindly, kind of like, basically going by just feel. Okay, now you're going to have to fluff the bow again. Alrighty, there's the finished product. Let me put this back up in there. Alright, I want to thank y'all for stopping by and checking out my channel. And I hope y'all have a safe and happy day. Bye, until next time. Hi, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you some DIYs with Dollar Tree craft items. And before I get started, let me mention, if you're new and you like this type of DIY video, don't forget to like and share this video, as that will help my channel grow. But remember also to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell right next to it. That way you'll be notified when I upload future videos. And leave a comment about this video, which was your favorite and which are you planning on redoing for yourself. Okay, now let me adjust this camera down so you can see what I'm working on. Okay, this is one of those flowers and garden planters, and I bought this last year and used it, but I'm going to redo it for this year, and they still have these in. I seen them up there this year, and I bought me a couple more. Get you 2 of those square flower foam and just stick them down in there. And you will need some of the Village, the fairy garden. You will need the one with the little women, the little man, the little frog, turtle, and bird. Now you won't need every one out of each pack. And this is the other accessory. And then there's one with a beehive, a windmill, and another little windmill right there. And here's some little gnomes. Looks like they're at play and half asleep. And some other accessories, just like the well, the welcome sign, the fireplace, the outdoor grill, and a little house. You know, I have this little house, but you can use any little house you want. And you will need some of the moss. And I went ahead and painted mine on the outside white to cover up that tin color. And now I'm going to put the rope, the nautical jute rope, the big one. And you also need some flowers. I've got roses and baby breath. I'm just trying to see which one I like this on the best. On the bottom. Okay, I think, let me do it this way. See how that looks right there? I'm going to go for that. Okay, take your jute rope and your glue gun. Put you a good amount of glue, but don't make a long line with it, or to dry before you get the jute rope on it. And just do like that all the way around. Make sure it's all the way up to the top where the tin is. Just bent that tin. It shows you how weak it is and thin. Never had one bend on me like that before. Make sure you push down slightly hard, that way it'll stick. When I get some more jute rope, I'm going to show you a different way to make this planter with jute rope. So that'll be in the near future, as soon as my Dollar Tree gets more in. If I'd have thought about it, I would have bought 3 more of them when I bought these. Now, get it to the end there and cut it. Where's my scissors? Forgot to take them out. Now just measure it up to that one and cut it. Because it's so thick, it's kind of hard, but just use a little force. Another glue stick here. And then twist this the way it's supposed to go. So it doesn't unwind, just put a little glue in there. Okay, now, let me see if this will fit around the bottom. It will. So we're doing the same thing on the bottom. Let me use this end here. Turn around, use the same end as this one, that way it'll be on the back. And again, just make sure you push down. Dropping my stuff. Hopefully it didn't break. Okay, now measure this and cut it off. Now put yellow glue right through here, and then we'll touch them together. That way it won't unravel. Good, they didn't break. Alright, next let's put some of the Spanish moss in it. I'm going to use all the little bags up that I have first. Push it down in the sides. Gotta make sure I get all these up because of the kittens. And I also got these little rocks, the moss rocks. So make sure first you put it down in along the sides. Keep your foam straight. Just stuff it down in the top, but not real tight. Now this was almost a whole bag, so well, you'll need a whole bag of this moss to fill this up. This up. Okay, well, you need about that much. This much should be left unless you tuck it on down a little more. Okay, next, I've decided to put some burnt umber on the streaks on the side to give it a rustic look. Not a lot, just a little. And I'll show you. Just get a little. Going all the way around. Or you can leave yours white if you want. Whoops. Throwing the moss out at myself. And just one more little line right there. Okay, this is what it should look like so far, all the way around. Okay, now to decorate the planter. First put the house in. That wasn't dry all the way, but that's okay. Smooth it down in there. You can glue it too if you want to, but I don't. I want to be able to use these again when I get more houses in. And next year I'm going to use it for a bigger village. I bought one of these succubus. All you have to do is, whatever kind you get, just pull it right out. And figure out where you want to put it. I think I'm going to put it about right there. Just push it down in there. Get your fire pit, put it in there. Again, you won't be able to use all of your village accessories in a small planter like this garden. There's the well. And let's just use the little pond. Now, I'm not going to use the pond. Now let's get a few little gnomes in here. I'm going to get one gnome woman. One of these, I'm going to get the one where it looks like he's sleeping in a little bucket. And then I'm going to get one of the male gnomes. And I'm going to see if there's anywhere I can put some of these little guys here. Let's put the gnomes in. Sometimes they're tricky to put in there. Now put the little gnome right here. And here is your little gnome village. Whoops. If you just take it and go round with it, it'll catch in that mesh. And you might have to fluff it up just a little bit. But I've already made one like this, and it holds up real good. Okay, there we go. That's the little village. Okay, on our next project, you will need one of these foam wreaths from the Dollar Tree. You will need some green burlap ribbon and some pink burlap ribbon. Another color of pink ribbon that's narrow, just cut off about 5 to 6 inches. Might use some of these. It depends on if this works out as I have it envisioned in my mind. And you will need some of this floral wire. If I can get it back in there. This kind is the kind you'll need. Okay. First, cut the edge off of your ribbon if it's frilling like mine is. And you'll need a glue gun. Need some more glue. And go ahead and put on your safety guards if you have any. Now let's start twirling this around. And going up and around as you go. This is a real easy, pretty wreath to make. Doesn't take that much supplies either. Just make sure you keep going around and aiming it up. Now that it's at the end, go ahead and cut it. Pull that, make sure it's on the back. Push down on it. Put a little more on this side. And push down. Okay, I'm going to cut this a little more because you can see it from the front. That's what it should look like so far. Minus this, what you have to do is glue it down, and right here is going to be where the ribbon's going to be anyway, so I just forgot to pick it up and check and make sure it was doing right in the front. But now we know, and we'll put the bow right there. Okay, now let me get another thing of the green. Trim it off right there where it was folded over. Now, get some more glue there. There's my kitty cat, she's back. Every time I make a video. Well, she's jumping off. Good girl. Okay, now hold this one until it dries. Checking it, making sure it doesn't do it again. It's been a while since I made one of these, I forgot. Okay, now cut it. And let's glue. Pull as you hold it, to that way it'll be a tight fit. Just push down on it. Okay, that's what it looks like. And let's see. The bow's going to go right here. And I have pink burlap ribbon to make the bow. And I have some flowers to put on. Move out of the way, baby. We'll need that wire. It's tangled up. I'm just getting that untangled there. Alright, here, baby. You gotta go. And make sure you get you a couple baby breaths. Make sure to get your wire untangled. I'm sorry about this. I forgot to do it before making the video. Now I have 3 roses on this end and 3 on the other. And make sure you fix them the way you want them to lay and look on here before you tie them in. Same with your baby breath. You'll need a pair of wire cutters. And then get you another baby breath on the other side. This just takes a minute to put this together. Okay. Rearrange your leaves. Now let's get the wire, and make sure you're holding it with the end of it in the back. And let's just twist this together real tightly. Now twist it some more. About 2 or 3 times will be okay. Okay, now hold your wire at the end, at the back of it. Get you enough to twist. Get that it's twisted up there. Okay. Cut you off just enough to go around it 1 or 2 times. Okay, now twist it around in the back about 3 or 4 times. Hold it tightly. Put that in there before the kitty cats put it in their mouth. Okay, now just finish rearranging these as you want them. Now get some pink. Let me set this off to the side so you can see me make it. Just take it, measure it up to the flowers. Just get it going right to there on each side. That way it's not covering up any of the flowers. Okay, now cut it. Make sure it's even. Come on, baby, you gotta go. You'll get burnt up here with that glue gun. Okay, take you some, I'm just going to go ahead and use this floral wire. If I can find the end of it again. Here it is. Okay, just get you enough to go around it a couple times. Do it tight. And then clip it off. Okay, fluff it up. Make it look nice. Now let's put some glue on there, just enough to hold it. Alright, here's the reef. Now I'm going to see if these butterflies will look good on it. Not all of them, just maybe one or two. Just squeeze it. Make sure it's sticking good. Okay, now okay, and there it is. I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Share with people you know, because that helps my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell next to it. That way you'll be notified of any of my uploads in the future. And leave a comment. Alright, thank y'all. Have a good day. Bye. Hi, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you 3 DIYs. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, for the first project and the other two, we're going to need some of these little crates. This is the small ones that's not real tall, and then you're going to need 2 of these and just 1 of these for all 3, and we're going to paint them and then set them aside and let them dry while we're working on something else. So I'm using a sponge brush because it's easier, I found, to paint these crates with. And you're going to need to put, if you want it for the wood not to show in it, you'll need to put 2 coats on. But I'm just putting 1 because I want some of that wood coloring to show through. But anyway, let's just go through and paint all these. And once we're finished with these, painting the sides, now if you want you can go down on the inside of them too. But I think the flowers and stuff will be covering it up pretty good, and you don't really have to. So it's totally up to you. I'll show you how to do it on this one. Me, I just hold on to the bottom and just go sideways with the brush and then up. You can do the top since you're going to do the inside if you are. And then just continue on around with a thin coat. Got a little paint right there. And again, if you want to put 2 coats, you can. but I like I said, a little bit of that wood showing through. Okay, now we're going to set these aside and let them dry, and I'll bring the rest of the project up and show you how to do it. Okay, you will need 2 signs. It doesn't have to be this kind, but just 2 signs from one of the seasonal signs, and we're going to flip it over onto the back. Let me adjust my camera just a little for you. Now take a screwdriver, and you might be able to pull them out. Yeah, just take a screwdriver and get the rest of the staplers out. And they come out pretty easy. Watch your fingers with that screwdriver. You don't want to poke yourself. Okay, let me get these and throw them away. Alright, now you will need your glue gun, some sandpaper, and some of the large popsicle sticks. Well, they're called CRAFTS sticks. You'll need some of these. Take your sandpaper, and where those staplers were, just sand it down. Now just run your sandpaper over the entire back. That way you're prepping your wood for the paint. Get you some popsicle or craft sticks. Then we'll get another one and put right in the center. Okay. Make sure the signs are even on top and bottom. No, wait a minute. This is going to be the side that we paint on. I almost messed up there. Just make sure you keep the sign lined up. You'll need 7 of these craft sticks. Push down on it real good so it holds. I always do the ends first. But just make sure you push down on it, and it'll probably take about 2 glue sticks to do it. Keep dropping things because my wrists have been hurting me. That's why I'm wearing these things. Okay, now just flip it over. And get some paint, and I just pour it right on. And again, you can put 1 thick coat on or 2 coats on. It would look better with it. So I'm just going to do 1 thick one. No, baby, you can't come over here. And make sure you get it right there in the crack, that way it'll fill it up. Okay, I need a little more paint. See how that paint fills in that crack, and it's like it's not even there. Okay. It really doesn't take long at all to paint this, but you just, before we can continue on, we have to let this and those little crates dry, and it'll take about a good hour maybe. Okay, now we just need to sit and let this dry, and then we can continue on. Okay, after it's dried, flip it over. Let's see if that's dry. Hang on one second, I have some paint on this counter here I need to get off. Okay, just flip it over. Okay, now get you some twine. Measure it from over here to over here. Okay, and then cut it. Now put some glue where you're wanting the twine to go. Use your glue gun to push it down in there, and then put some more glue on top of it. And let that dry, then do the other side. Okay, and once the glue dries, just flip it over. Take one of your taller box crates, or you can use the other one if you want to do it different. Figure out where you want to put it. And get a sign. I already used my welcome sign, and I couldn't find any more, so I'm using thankful. And putting right center it from side to side, and kind of angle it up a little. And then we're going to also use some of the rope that you get from the Dollar Tree. Some of the thick rope. Okay, make sure it's even on both sides, from here to here. And let's glue it on. Put quite a bit of glue. On this. I'm using 1 hoe glue stick. Okay, now measure it again and make sure you put it on center and up as high as you want it. Push down on it. Okay. Now, get your sign and just put a little glue on the edge, a couple in the center. And again, even it on both sides. And angle it up just a little. See if that stuck, because sometimes it don't. Alright, now go over the same glue and go fast, because this glue on these, for some reason, it dries real fast. Okay. Push down on it. Okay, any glue that comes out, just pinch it off. Okay, now take this rope and I'm going to start down in the bottom corner. And just make a line. Just do a little bit at a time. And be sure you push down on it so it gets a good secure fit. And you're going to be using some glue on this now, so okay, now go towards the top. Curve it in right here at the corner. Push down real hard right there in the corner to make sure it stays on that curve. This doesn't take long at all to put this on here. Okay, and then just bring it over. Now take it to the end here and cut it on the inside, not the outside. It's kind of hard because this is some thick rope. Now you can get this at the Dollar Tree, 9 foot I believe, for $1. Now on the end, twirl it. Put a little glue on the end of it and push it down so it doesn't come untwined. Okay, now you can get whatever kind of flowers or greenery you want. I picked up this mixed berry one from Walmart for $2.49 each. All you want to do is bend the stem, put it down in there, and all you need is one. Let me bring this up so you can see. This is what it looks like, the finished product. And as you can tell, you can hang it, or you don't have to put the rope on to hang it. You can lean it up against the wall on a shelf or your mantle. Okay, that's it for this one. Okay, and the last two projects, you will need this crate here. Let me turn my camera down so you can see. And I bought, because we were out of lavender at my Dollar Tree, so I bought these at Walmart for, I think they were $2.49 each. And all you have to do, we'll take the tag off. I thought I already did that. Measure how you want these in here, and then bend it to the side and lay it in there. And I picked up 3 of these now, so you'll need 3. And then bend you another one to the side. Put it in there. Do the same thing to this one. And sit it down in the center. Push it kind of over. Bend it real good. Fluff your lavender branches, and there you go. There's the second one. And then this one is so easy. After it's dry, you just buy 2 of these succulents and sit them right down in there. If you want, I was going to get some gravel, the little rocks from the Dollar Tree, but they were out of them. And just put these in there, then put the rocks around it, about up to right here. Or get you a craft stick, cut it in half, and glue it on the inside to cover this handle up here. And put your little rocks down in there. But I like it like this. It's nice and simple. I can change it out if I want to. The same with this one. And the first one that we made, where I just set those the berry bushes down in there, all you have to do is just set them out and put you some more in if you want to change it up. Alright, I want to thank y'all for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you like this DIY video and you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell next to it so you won't miss any of my future DIYs and hauls. And hit that like button, share it with your friends, and leave a comment. Alright, I hope y'all have a great day. Bye. Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell right next to it to make sure you won't miss any of my future DIYs and hauls. And if you like the video, be sure to click the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends and leave a comment. So without further ado, let's get to crafting. Okay, I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see. You will need a margarita glass and one of the tall vases from the Dollar Tree. You will need some E6000. If you don't have it, just go ahead and use your hot glue gun. Okay, I'm just going to use my hot glue gun. I can't get my lid off my E6000. Just go around the edge and be sure to be fast about it because this glue does dry real fast. And let's even it up. Pick any strings of the glue that you may see. Push down on it and make sure it dries real good. All the E6000 does is gives it a longer seal life, but you can do it with just a glue gun because I've done it before. Okay, so while this is setting up, let's go ahead and work on another project. Okay, for this project you will need one large flower vase, and I've had this for a while. I got it at Walmart several years back. Yours can be instead of the slanted out, curved, it can be a straight one just like this one. And make sure the vase, the small one, is shorter than the big one. What you do, you just sit it straight down in the center. Now I'm using gravel. This is the white stones from the Dollar Tree. And just put a little bit in at a time. Make sure it opens up. I just slant mine over to the side to get it in. I'm afraid it's going to break, so I've never done this one with gravel before. So let's just get it in your hands and put it in that way. Make sure you center this here. That way, if you do it like that, that way you make sure your vase in the middle is centered. Just go ahead and use the whole bag. And when you put some in, just go around a little and put some in on the other side. Alright, you gotta go, baby. Never fails every time. If they're not in a bedroom, they like to get up here and watch me. This one was Aurora, my son's kitten. Just make sure you have it even going around the stones. Next, we'll use some floral moss. I already have a bag a little bit in it, but you just get a little bit at a time because this can make a mess. And put it right down in on top of the gravels. And just do it all the way around and use the whole bag. Now, after you have one small layer of the moss, get some of this fox moss stones and just lay some down going around. Just lay them right next to each other, going all the way around. And now I already had one of these open, and it has like 6 in it. So you might, let me look at the big bag. One bag will do, and you'll have some left. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. And now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, Okay, we'll take one more row of these stones, and this time put it in between the ones on the bottom. And just do it all the way around. Okay, now use some more of the moss on the top. You don't have to push it that hard. You want to make it look loose and full, like fluffy. Alright, and let me just pick up this. I'll get your counter clean, that way you can continue to work. Okay, now we need some flowers. I'm going to get some of these daisies, the blue ones. And you can just pull off that and your tag should just come right off. And just pop it back on. Fluff these out. Now I have some hop, excuse me, hop bush. And pull them out too. Spread them out. Now I'm going to get a hydrangeas, and I have a white one. Let me turn this up just a little so you can see. Now I have some dahlias. Just make sure you spread them all out. Now I have some white lilac. And I'm going to put in some pink roses. Let me just show you one. Now all these flowers came from the Dollar Tree. And I think I'm going to put in another Delilah in this color. Let's just stick it down in there and pull some out. And the last thing I'm going to put is some baby breath. Make sure you spread it out too. Okay, here's this flower arrangement. Okay, now we can finish this project. This is a flower vase with the margarita glass and a vase glued together. Now take some Waverly chalk, ivory, or white paint and just put a whole coat on it. It doesn't take a lot. A little bit goes a long way on this chalk paint. Okay. Now just go over it again. Make sure it's that you can't see through the vase any. Now, let me get this glue off. If there's any glue that hangs down, just pinch it off. And now let's do the bottom. Make sure you do under it here and around the edge. Probably have to do 2 coats going around the edge because of covering up that glue. And just work your way down. Now you're going to get some paint on you, but just try to hold on to the bottom as much as you can. Okay. Now just sit this off to the side and let it dry. Now for the next project, you will need one of these clear plates from the Dollar Tree, or you can also get them at Walmart, and print you out from Pinterest.com or thegraphicsfairy.com. I printed this out off of Pinterest.com, and take it, what you want to do is cut around like this. That way you know you didn't go in too far. Now, just trim some more off. Go straight down right here on the side. Now make sure it's straight circle. Just make it as straight of a circle as you can. Okay. And it comes up, so just trace it with your finger where the plate dips up. That way you know where to cut. Alright, once you have it, get your Mod Podge and a paintbrush. I'm just going to use one like this. Make sure this is flipped over. And put you a fair amount on it. I always get a lot on my brush. I went in to too far and got it on the handle. I just put a lot of Mod Podge on it. Okay, now let's flip it over. Now make sure you center this. And take the Mod Podge that's on the plate and smooth it out. Now get you some Mod Podge and put one coat on. That way it'll seal and give it a little protection. Okay. Go around the edges. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. Our next project, we're going to be making a bow. You will need 4 things of ribbon. Now, these 2 came from the Dollar Tree. This is from Easter, but you can use any kind of stripe that you want or any pattern that you want that goes with your style that you're making with the vase and the flowers. And I have the bright pink from Valentine's Day. Now these 2 came from Walmart, and I have a blue and white with butterflies on it. Okay. It just takes a second to get this seal off. Okay, I'm going to start off with the checkered. Go up to 12, bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go up to 20. And then count 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is number 4. I'll show you how to do that. Even line it up with number 4 and number 20 and just keep wrapping it around. Now, get that tape off. Now bring this down. Make sure this one is on this side of your thumb and this one's over here. Get your chenille stem. make sure it's even. Now crinkle it up. Twist it about 3 times. Set that one off to the side. Now I'm going to do the blue. And do the same up to 12. Up to 19. Go up to 5. Make sure it's straight. Okay, make this one. Bring it down like this and bring that one. Now crinkle this up. Put it in like this. And do it real tight 3 times. Set it off to the side, and now do the pink to 12 to 18 to 6 just bring it around as many times as you can. Now crinkle this one. And put it in going this way. Okay, now the butterfly. Okay, it doesn't have wire on it, so I'm not using it. I did not know that. So let's go ahead and fluff the bow. First, let's trim the edges. Fold this in to where the wire is on top of the wire. Go from the wire up. And that's how you get your let's just cut every one of them. double check and make sure you have them all. 2 pink, 2 blue, and 2 striped. Okay. Now let's set the bow aside. Okay, and now that the paint is dry on this, which is the first coat, you will need 2 colors of your choice. I'm painting the top of this pink polish from Apple Barrel, 53 cents at Walmart, and the bottom I'm painting Apple Barrel Cloudless. Okay, I'm going to get a little pink. Let me adjust my camera so you can see. Just get you some pink. And I'm using my sponge brush for the top just to see the texture of it. And I like it. Just put a good thick coat on. Nice even lines going all the way around. Make it nice and smooth. It won't take it that long at all to get it painted, especially with the foam brush. It seems to be going on real smooth, no lines. I'm going to use the rest of this pink on it. Okay. Now get your blue. Excuse me. And I'm painting the margarita glass, the bottom, in this blue. Now I did do another flower vase like this with the margarita glass. Well, no, it was with a wine glass because I couldn't find a margarita. And I painted it pink all over and glammed it up with some jewel stickers. You might want to check that video out. Just go to my channel and you'll be able to find it. It's just a couple episodes back, but you might be interested in that one if you're enjoying doing this one. Now make sure you get up underneath and around the edge of the bottom. Go all the way to the trim, the edging of the top of the margarita glass, which is the bottom here. And stick your hand down in your vase to turn it. I'm just using all the paint that I got out, just going over like a second coat. Alright, now we'll let this dry and then we'll continue on. Okay, now that the base is dry, the paint on it is, you will need some of these in the Crafter Square. It's called Jewel Border Stickers. I have them in blue flowers and pink. Now up here where the pink part of the vase is, we will do the blue. I'm trying to get it off, but I can't figure out how to. There it is. Okay. Start up here at the top, real flush with the top, and just work your way around. Just make it straight. Now there's a little gap here, and I went up too high, so all you do is pull it off and re-stick it on, and you will need at least 2 more little flowers. And stick it on. Now we're going to do one on the bottom here. Just make sure it's flush with the bottom. just don't push down on it and get a good tight seal, and then you can bring it up as needed to realign it with the bottom or the top. And there's a little bit more. Alright, now I'm going to put this back in before I lose the little bag. And now for the pink. Now, let me adjust this right there. We're going to do it right here and on the bottom. And I might do some right here and here. Just glam it up, you know. You can put not enough on, but then you can never put too much when you're wanting to glam something up. The more the bling and the shine, the better. Just put it right below this little hump. Just make sure it's straight going around. Now we're going to put one right here on top. Now we're going to put some right here. Just make sure it doesn't start going down, because with this circle right through here, the way it curves in and out, kind of makes it a little hard to get it straight. Okay, now just along the bottom right here. Just make it flush. And if it goes up like that, just take it off. And bring it down. Okay. And make sure it's flush with the bottom. just go around it with your finger and push it on there real good and tight. Alright, now let me put this back in here. Alright, first I'm going to see if these flowers will look good in here without the flower sponge with, you know, the foam, I mean. But I just have different types of flowers, like this is a spike, and then the green is just called a spider plant. And then I have a hop bush. A black-eyed Susan. There is a hydrangea in white. That's how full they are. This one here is a spike. And some baby breath. Just some greenery spike. Amaranthes in white. These are white. And it has a lot of greenery on it. Sometimes it's hard to rip them off. Let's see, another spike. Another one of the hanging. Got my scissors. Sometimes you just have to cut it off. And some of it, there's no name on this one. And then some more greenery. Okay, first, I'm just going to see how this looks. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it, there you go. I'm just going to put it in without the flower foam and go ahead and spread them out, your flowers. And spread this out too. That way they're not sticking into each other, and it'll make the flower arrangement more full. Just rearrange them. Just keep sticking them down in the center and rearrange the flowers. Now the black-eyed Susan. I think these are so pretty. It didn't have the label on it, so I don't have no idea what they are. Now we're going to get some greenery. First I'm going to put this one on. Now let's see, let's put this baby breath on in it. I keep saying on. Now I'm going to put these spikes. I'm going to put these blue ones. And then this green one. Let me see if it would even... And this one I don't need. It'd be too much green in it. Let me adjust this camera. And I'm going to hold this back so you can see it. This is what it looks like. All blinged out and glam. Now we're going to put the bow on. So first we need to fluff the bow. So what you do, you just go to the bottom and spread them out, and then twist and fluff. Go over and do it to the other side. Now go up to the next color and do the same, twist and fluff. Move your tails out of the way. Now twist and fluff. And I just always do this too when I'm fluffing them. That way it gives it a good little bounce. Okay, now we have to do the pink. Twist and fluff. Okay, now that we have the bow on the flower arrangement, let's just do a fluff to make it look real pretty and full. Leave a comment. Let me know which one is your favorite craft project, and which one do you think you might get the stuff and make one for yourself. And let me know if you are new to my channel and are subscribing and sharing and liking and all that, and I will get on and do the same for you. I'll watch your videos, and I really believe in everyone helping each other out here on YouTube. Okay, now on the long tails, just do that. Give it a nice little curl. Do it to the blue one here. Okay, so that's it on this flower arrangement. I'm going to, after I get this untangled, put it over here on the table. That way you can see it. And we are going to put the hangy thing on the back of the plate so you can hang it. Or you can leave it as is and prop it up against on a shelf or on your kitchen cabinet, however you want to do it. So let's bring the camera down so you can see. You will need a chenille stem, your glue gun, and let me measure this chenille stem and I'll show you exactly the size you need. And just look at it and figure out which one you want for the top and which one for the bottom. I think I'm going to go right here. And put a little tail on. Take it, and that's about 3 inches. Take it and tie it. And you want to go down far enough behind the picture, that way you won't see this from the front. First, put a lot on your plate, and then just push it down in there. Alright, now all you have to do is just give that some time to let it dry. And I hope you all enjoyed these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 DIYs that I did. If you have any questions about doing it, just leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And this is what it looks like. So I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my video, and thanks for all the support. And again, if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. That way you won't miss any upcoming videos and hauls in the future. Make sure you hit that little bell next to it and share with your friends and hit that little like button. It really helps my channel grow here on YouTube. Alright, I hope you all have a great day. Bye. Excuse me. Okay, now that it's all fluffed, just go back through and see if there's any that needs rearranged. And make sure the tails are hanging in the direction they should be. And take your chenille stem, find both ends, and bring it back towards the back of it. Okay, now twist it about 2 times to make it tight back there. And you should have something like that. Now take that and just tie it onto a stem. Or a couple would be better too, to give it more security. And once you get it around it, just twist on it about 3 or 4 times.